Hello everyone. Recently I read the book that's called Dear Edward by Napolitano. And this is really touching book and I really wanted to read it because it said it's going to be turned into a TV series, which almost guaranteed it's going to be touching and a very good story, which proved right, of course. So this is the story about one family wanted to move from New York to Los Angeles, but in the middle of the flight, plane crashes and the Edward, 12-year-old boy, is the only survivor. And it now's book follows the two actually. It goes backward and forward. Like it begins with a move of Adler family and their airport, boarding the plane and take off. And then in the next chapter, you're gonna find like plane crashed. Edward's in the hospital, and what's gonna happen with him? His aunt and uncle took custody over him, and then it follows that story of Edward recovering, going through the trauma, finding his new place in this world without his parents and older brother, and parallel with that story goes the story of passengers, introduction of each of or actually the most important passengers, their story, life story, their thoughts in like from hour to hour, and the book ends with the exact like story how the plane crashed, and also it follows Edward. So each chapter switches back and forth, and then the other story that follows Edward goes like with him now going to therapy and finding his friends, Shay, who lives next door to now his new home with aunt and uncle, and fitting into the school, finding his purpose, finding the way to grieve their parents and brother, and actually the way how he coped and found his way up is his uncle and aunts shielded him from the world who wanted to get in touch with him. They were impressed at his, or jealous or whatever, various people, various intentions, or like how Edward survived the crash, what is he thinking, their desires for him, questions and things like that. So Edward must find actually his way how to get through, how to let's say find a purpose now in his life and what he's gonna do. And he actually doesn't find the answer until he once he gets a little bit older, let's say 15, he finds in the garage of his uncle letters from various people writing to him all these years. And once he read those letters, he actually found his purpose in his life, and he gradually got over his depression and problems in his life. This book is really it's scary. It was scary for me. It was like, what? Am I safe traveling in my next flight? Or are we actually all safe traveling? And so I was really, let's say, touched with this story. No one should be left alone, not to mention up to that tragedy, and like coping with it and finding strategies how to get over it. It's really stressful even for adults. I can't imagine how it's gonna be for one kid. And you know, it was really good reading this book, but as I mentioned before, my fears are right now. I don't know how I'm gonna fly so peacefully anymore. But anyways, this is really story that everybody who went to some such a trauma or such depression or problems with anything could be reading this and maybe finding their own way to or solutions to their problems. It's really good book. Okay, thanks for watching me, and we'll see each other in the next video. Bye.